So hum. So hum. Greetings, galactic navigators of the new earth, rising through and through and through the Ascension portals into your highest self, your highest manifestation, your holiest power of divine creation. We are transmitting through the new timelines of divine manifestation, heaven on earth. We had another 24 hours of massive waves of higher dimensional frequencies coming in from my white gold eagle manifestation. The shift is hitting the proverbial fan. Here we go, rising up, waking up. Great Spirit is blasting us with massive waves of 12D frequencies pounding in. These pulsing frequencies from the great central sun through our sun and into our inner sun, activating our earth angelic team of 144,000 for this great shift. We are in the event energies preparing our sacred vessels for this quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminis, Noosphoricus. The Schumann charts are showing us many blasts of white light coming in at 90 hertz, 91 hertz, 93 hertz, and then the biggest blast of 103 hertz. This is synchronic with the 13 of the divine goddess, the queen, the Magdalene, the Shakti energies flowing in fully now. We are really feeling this. Our sensitive wayshowers of the Great Awakening, let us know what you are feeling and experiencing. Keep riding these waves of sound and light into the resonance and harmonic music of the spheres of 5D heaven on earth, of eternal bliss consciousness. I am the way, the truth, and the life. With my mighty I Am presence, I activate our 12-strand crystalline DNA of 144 codes, codons of Christ, cosmic, conscious creators of the new Eden, the new Jerusalem. We are being prepared for the coming super full blood moon and lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in 2 days. This Wednesday, May 26, 2021, is also the day on the Aztec calendar of timelessness when our sun transforms into the 6th sun of the new Eden. Our rainbow bridges and 12 chakras are being lit up with the new codes of paradise on earth. Keep anchoring these into the crystalline core of Pachamama. Mother Earth becomes the 33rd seat in the Galactic Council of Light, and her children, the new galactic citizens of divine sovereignty. Aho. So with these powerful alignments, energetics, and new light codes flowing in, the Holy Spirit with us now, bringing the holy waters to wash away all suffering, all pain, all distortions, anything that no longer serves us, anything that causes suffering, and suffering itself is washed away in the holy waters of the Great Spirit, of the Holy Spirit. Everything is coming into alignment for this harmonic convergence of all timelines. The many become the one experience the many, all through the eyes of our spirit that are open now, revealing all things. And now, if you're on our Patreon team, be sure to check out yesterday's powerful transmission. Many people are receiving powerful activations from this. This is the most sacred mantra, powerful mantra for activating your internal Siddhis. 1010 coming in. The word Siddhi, S-I-D-D-H-I, in Sanskrit meaning perfection, attainment, success. These are our spiritual powers, and be sure to practice the sacred mantra. And if you haven't yet, you can join us at whitegoldeagle.com. This link will take you to our Patreon page, and you can sign up there. 737 coming in, 37 into the 73, heaven on earth. With so many activation and powerful intense energies, we wanted to bring this gift to our supporters on Patreon. So thank you all for supporting us there. Now with these powerful energies coming in over the last 24 hours, We also have a couple of CMEs heading towards the Earth, which should reach the Earth by this blood moon full supermoon eclipse on Wednesday, the 26th. We had 130 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The whole Ring of Fire totally lit up again today, and the most powerful on the Ring of Fire, 4.9 Kermadec Islands. Earlier today, Shimoda, Japan, 4.7, and the sacred portal where the three holy mountains, Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun, and Himalayan, merge together, create the Trident, the Trinity. In Kyrgyzstan, 4.5, Chile, 4.1, South America, Andes Mountains. The sacred portal in Africa, Namibia, 4.9, 13, the divine feminine goddess energy. South Pacific, 4.7, in the heart of Lemuria, Pahala, Hawaii, 3.0, and the crown of Lemuria, Aleutian Island, 4.1. Also, again, in the center of China, 4.7, Okinawa, Japan, 4.8, Fort Stockton, Texas, 3.3, 33 of mastery, Indonesia on the Ring of Fire, 4.8. We also had an activation, Puerto Rico, Divine Masculine, 3.0, off the coast of Oregon, not too far from the Eagle Condor. We had a 3.3, also 33, 33 of the 66. The 6.6 portal, Davis Strait, which is in between Canada and Greenland, 4.2, Maluka Sea. We had a 4.6, Indonesia, West Java, 4.4, Divine 44. Russia, 4.5, another activation in China, 4.6. And then we had the Kermadec Island, 4.9, and then another 4.6, Indonesia. The whole grid is totally lit up, totally activated. The dragon lines are fully online and activated. Feel into these energies and let them connect to the dragon lines. We call them meridians, the currents, within your sacred vessel. This is a holographic field, and we're connected to every portal and every dragon line. So feel into these energies and let go into wherever they carry you, back to source, to your higher self. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 13 degrees, 10 minutes Scorpio. The sun is at 4 degrees, 2 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 5 degrees Gemini, a radical magazine asking for action, displays a sensational front page. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 14 degrees Scorpio, telephone lineman at work installing new connections, from astrologyweekly.com. And again today, my sacred Condor pulls a card for you from the tarot deck, Shadowscapes, from Stephanie Poi Moon Law. And the card she pulled for you today, another magical card of prosperity and abundance, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles bears a seed in his hand. It gleams golden with an inner light, and it pulses as it contains a heartbeat that speaks with a humble promise to sprout. The leaves strain forth to bask in that radiance. The branches offer ripe, honeyed fruits, each luscious globe swelling with tantalizing sweet juices. His branches strain upwards like a proud tines of a stag. He is at once man and tree and dragon, all intertwined, interlocked, entangled. He is a king of the material world. This king is an enterprising individual, a man possessing of multifarious talents. He has the golden touch of Midas, gilding everything around him with sumptuous gleam. When he lays his hands upon a venture, it is bound for success. When he sets his mind to an idea, it becomes polished brilliance. He is reliable and adept at what he does. He is a steady and solid support should you need someone to lean on. The eternal strength and stability of the trees is his draw from. Roots spread far and deep, taking energy from the dark, loamy wells of the earth, from the caverns of the earth guardians, from the lairs of the dragons, and from the ancient stones and bones of the deep. With that stabilizing force, he stretches branches and arms and aspirations to the stars. He is an inspiration for success and still is generous and willing to share his wealth and fortune. Partake of the fruit he bears. He knows that wealth will be shared and shared again, and from those fruits new seeds will sprout and grow to be mighty trees. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith, Schumann resonance spiking, magnetosphere pulsing. These energetic days will continue to increase as we move closer to the full moon and total lunar eclipse on the 26th. Lightworker, this is it. This is the lead up to all that you've been working towards. 6 days, that's how long you have until we go from internal purging to external action. What does that mean? It means you are going to finally see all those changes you've been looking for. It will begin June 1st and last all summer. Again, we have at least 3 days of food that you can make without electricity. Then relax and watch the show play out. You did this. You did the work both inside and out. Now prepare to watch it ripple through the world. The light has won. You are just beginning to catch up to that win. Here we go. From agirlintheuniverse.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. At least today we are having a little respite from the powerful waves of energy. There is a forecast of a geomagnetic storm tomorrow, just before the eclipse on Wednesday. This morning I went to sit outside in the morning sun for a while. I was feeling very tired after all the energies. As I was sitting there, I looked at the sun and saw a skinny ray of violet, amethyst, and silver light coming down into my heart center. Because I was wearing my glasses and they were a bit smudgy, I could literally see this light coming into my heart center. Wow, 8D solar connection activation, powering the New Earth timeline. So much is happening as we enter the New Earth frequencies. Have a good rest, more intense energies incoming. Love to everyone. And from Goddess Central, Buddhist monk and translator Kumara Jiva was the first to refer to the female form of Kuan Yin in its Chinese translation of the Lotus Sutra in 406 AD. Of the 33 appearances of the Bodhisattva referred to in his translation, 7 are female. Buddhists have since come to associate the number 33 with Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin, originally in Sanskrit, in the Indian tradition from India, was Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, and originally was personified as a male figure, and then over time, translation and evolution of consciousness, Kuan Yin became a female deity, a Bodhisattva of pure love, pure compassion for all of humanity, and vowed to reincarnate into this realm to teach, to guide until all humans, all beings, sentient beings were free from the cycles of birth and death. And this is the final cycle. We are at the Omega point. So this is her last incarnation into this false time loop of reincarnation and recycle system of the archonic energies. Aho! And from Sparks of Divine Light Healing, this is a big week, lots of incoming galactic energies. We are going to be feeling the effects and integrating the energies we have been receiving from the Pleiadian portal energies. During the spring equinox, the Pleiades began rising during the day. Each day the sun is getting a little closer in alignment to the Pleiades. At the summer solstice, the Pleiades rises just before the light of dawn. This year's summer solstice will be extra powerful. This week's energies are helping us to prepare for the energies of the summer. Wednesday we have a super full blood moon eclipse. This super full blood moon eclipse will be really close to Earth, so we will really feel the effects. This is the first total lunar eclipse we have had since January 2019. This total lunar eclipse is really 3 eclipses in one. This flower moon is a full moon, a supermoon, and a total lunar eclipse. Expect triple the moon energy. This week will bring a powerful cleansing. It's going to bring a big release of old emotions or attachments. We are in the last week of May, which has brought a shift into retrograde season. Yesterday Saturn shifted retrograde until October 11th. Once a year Saturn goes retrograde. This gives us a chance to reflect on and clear any karma acquired over the past year. We are still in a pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. Mercury shifts retrograde Saturday and stays retrograde until June 22nd. Pluto has been retrograde for almost a month. Pluto, like Saturn, only goes retrograde once a year. Its retrograde lasts 5 to 6 months. It remains retrograde until October 6th. Retrograde season is a great time to reflect on the past, but don't get stuck there. Retrogrades give us a chance to reflect if things are working for us. It gives us a chance to see better ways. If you have unfinished business with people, they may surface at this time. This is not a good time to make big moves in your life. It's a good time to reflect on the path you are already on. From sparksofdivinelightshealing.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. Ark of Light. Like Noah and his ark, know the light keys of your future are encoded within. It is simply the task of pivoting your desires and levels of high inspirational light towards your future result. For your higher light achievements are within your melting pot of divine wisdom, awaiting to be birthed in this timeline. See the future goal and all its magnificence before you, your future self shining brightly on a platform of light. In this moment, feel into this light self and capture the future light code of this moment. See this light code of manifestation before you, for your arc of light is you. Each advanced souls, the healers, the light teachers, the awakeners of all aspects of your world. Your light sanctuary is forever expanding, the light portal of you, to see the importance of you in the moment, in this timeline of great awakening, as the transponders of the higher light codes, each with a specific light code to assist the future light code of the collective. For your arc of light is vibrating specific signals. It is simply tapping into these light signals, anchoring, connecting, expanding into this timeline. As your multidimensional abilities enable this light transmission, simply awaken to these light signals, the light highway of rapid manifestation and light body upgrades. Be love, the Arcturians and Karen Lithica from KarenLithica.com. And from a gift from Gaia. Good and happy Monday to all who are ready to receive and act upon the incredible templates of transformations we are now living through. These past few days have already been power-packed with Saturn retrograde now underway. Mercury squares Neptune. Venus square Neptune isn't far away either. A lunar eclipse just degrees away, and by the weekend Mercury will be retrograde also. Solar activity is high with the possibility of a G2 solar storm in just a couple of days, whilst the sun has a sunspot and has been flaring between C and M levels. Big changes are happening. The unconscious is reactive, and fear, pain, etc. makes itself known for each to receive the opportunity to learn the language of energy and to respond appropriately through seeking the guidance from those who practice mastery and have experienced the miracle of healing and transformation. The new energetic template today is received from Venus in opposition to Juno, who is the asteroid that holds the energy of connection and relationships. She is the wife of Jupiter, who chose to accept his infidelities and play the dutiful wife. This equates to a lesson in authenticity and will have tendrils of control, self-avoidance, enabling, and more impure behaviors that hold the field and the experience in stagnant waters, inviting dis-ease into the body of the reality. How this manifests depends on the beliefs held and the current requirements of each individual. However, what is clear is that the values must now shift. As I mentioned yesterday, all flakiness must be exfoliated, and all attachments, addictions, sentiments be allowed to fall away. Venus is powered up from her recent shift into becoming an evening star. She is very close to Mercury and the square with Neptune. There are lies, there is deceit, there are thoughts and feelings not aligned with the truth, or the present actions which cause perceived distortions, or perhaps abrupt endings in the field of experience. It is most definitely time to come clean, turn up clean, to purify and align to the new values fully. Are you ready to do this, together, as one? Are you ready to release the burden of the attachments and the drama and the reality it causes? People are leaving. The light and frequencies on earth are increasing, and it is our role to come back to the heart and realize ourselves as the consciousness that we are, and how we are not the story playing out. Do not get lost in the dark. Do not get sucked into the story. Your powerful solar plexus teaches us that we are the creator of all effects, and not the other way around. You get to choose once this chakra and law is aligned. From a gift from Gaia.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Shelley Young, Archangel Gabriel, using presence to overcome fear. A common current message in the collective lately is don't be in fear. If you understand fear as a contraction and contrary to your flow, you can see that fear is not a forward-moving energy. But simply telling others to not be in fear is not necessarily helpful if they do not have the tools to move beyond that fear. In fact, it can put them into a deeper state of powerlessness, because they will know that the fear is not helpful, but they will feel even worse about themselves for not being able to shift out of that fear. It puts them into an even deeper resistance to themselves and their emotions that are simply seeking acknowledgement and healing. Fear is simply an activation that occurs when a part of you feels unsafe. Berating yourself or others for that natural feeling will only compound the feeling of the lack of safety. You simply cannot resist anything into healing, because healing is a flow and resistance is contrary to flow. So what do you do about your fear? The first thing to do is to ground into your present moment. The vast majority of the time your fear is a projection into the future, but the reality is you are fine in your now moment. Using your awareness to notice all the things that are working for you in your present moment takes you out of the energies of the wounds of the past and the unknowns of the future. Breathe, find the things that are supporting you, and feel the safety that exists for you in that moment. When fear rears up, it is because there is a part of you, an inner child aspect or fragment, that is desperate for your love, attention, and protection. Imagine that little aspect of self. What does he or she need from you? What did they need that they didn't get that you are now fully capable of providing as an adult now? Hear them, acknowledge them. They have had to get really loud to get your attention. Now that they have it, the healing can begin. Open your arms and gather them up, and feel the relief they experience when they are accepted and reintegrated into your loving care. Fear can also activate when the future is unknown. The way to settle this fear is to deepen into your faith and trust. Work with your guides. Use the divine combination of surrender, faith, flow, and trust to navigate these new energies. Be willing to receive. Start to open to the idea that change can bring in wonderful things for you. Remind yourself that you are a piece of God, and as such precious and cherished and lovingly guided at all times. Align with higher vibrational energies in whatever ways help remind you of your own wisdom and connection. The way beyond fear is to lovingly shepherd yourself forward as the wise and conscious adult you have grown into. Big changes don't have to be done all at once, but rather by making your best choice one now moment at a time. Call on your higher guidance. Give the parts of yourself the love and reassurance they need as they need it, and simply take one empowered step at a time, and you will be amazed at how calmly and confidently you can start to navigate your world. From TrinityEsoterics.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. 1133, successful new beginnings and a fresh start are birthing. The doors are open due to the completion of your efforts to clear your ancestors and genetic timelines. This is also completing for the Lion Tribe of Judah and the Divine Masculine Christ Collective to be free and raised up as emperors of Christ and Christ consciousness. Saturn in retrograde is supporting the Divine Masculine, leaving the beast system for good, and ascending into the highest timeline of emperors on earth. The dark versus light division in them is dissolving into light. They are leaving the past behind with final endings in all ways to pursue their covenant union. Downloads of light codes are beaming into them today, activating them to this new path of love, unity, and enlightenment. The full moon eclipse is surfacing what's been hidden. Wolves in sheep's clothing are exposed for who they truly are. Your heightened communication with spirit and Gnostic wisdom is granting access to see the truth of that betrayal, template accurately in your environment. The lie detector is loud and clear. This is part of your new level of growth and psychic gifts to read people accurately, protecting yourself from illusions. The masculine within and without are ready to support the feminine. Masculine to exchange brings balance, harmony, and unity. Remain in the flow with changes right now, trusting this is God's plan. He is showing the masculine how to be Grail kings that can hold and carry the light through this process. Rewards and harvest are birthing for your efforts to leave the temptress and temptation behind for good. You've emotionally freed yourself from heartbreak wounds that took advantage of your empathy. Now the focus is on the masculine to transform into the same understanding, compassion, and wisdom in their hearts, just as you have attained. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. From Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, May 24th through 28th. Light is returning. Change is in the air as we head into a total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. The Sun has been in square to expansive Jupiter at the beginning of Pisces, making a mutable T-square with this upcoming eclipse. Mutable signs are about flexibility and making adjustments, but can bring a feeling of lack of direction and focus. Mercury is getting ready to retrograde in his home sign of Gemini next weekend. All this mutable energy indicates a time of great change. This Mercury retrograde says it's time for massive shift in perspective for humanity. It is hard to tell up from down or where we are going or coming from, with Mercury in confusing square with Neptune for almost 3 weeks as it turns retrograde. Mercury will turn direct just after the June solstice, when it will come back into square with Neptune for the first week of July. This retrograde cycle is about changing your mind towards things in an opposite way from what is expected. We must look at what is being presented in this world with scrutiny in order to move forward in a new and better way. Mercury will be close to Venus as it turns retrograde, reminding us of the confusing Venus retrograde in Gemini that happened last year at this time. We are reliving the feeling of not knowing who we are or where we are going. It's been a whole year, but have we gotten anywhere? There will be a bloom in the suspended in time feeling this week with Venus also in square to Neptune. It's a good time to get comfortable with the unknown and a feeling of no direction. Perhaps things are shifting in ways that don't make sense right now, at least to your everyday consciousness. It's a time to ride the wave and find faith and trust in the process of your life unfolding perfectly. As of today through October, we are feeling a loose sextile between Pluto and Neptune. We can only move forward by inviting the magic of spirit and life force back into our life. We are in for a massive shift of perspective by the time Mercury exits his retrograde shadow and completes this cycle on July 7th. But for now, take advantage of this incubation time by finding rest and comfort in the unknown of the journey. Your life may be rearranging to be better than you can imagine. This total lunar eclipse at the early degrees of Sagittarius is inviting us to rise from the ashes. You may not know who you are or where you are going, but perhaps you can find peace in feeling the light returning into your life. It is time to truly live again. From AdrianElise.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Venus in Gemini opposite Juno retrograde in Sagittarius. Sun conjunct Black Moon Lilith retrograde in Gemini. A commitment to the truth takes a back step, leaving the heart torn. A woman's rights are stripped further. Black Moon Lilith, demonized into a baby killer, leaps into the spotlight. Her rage is unparalleled, her instincts honed, her power off the chart. Lilith is now queen, wearing the dazzling crown of the sun, unshakable, insatiable. Venus too is out of bounds, no longer limited by accepted norms. The heart screams, I have a choice. But we know money speaks and that some are married to their belief and cannot see beyond its dogma. Don't accept the unacceptable. Your inner wildness is calling your name. Embrace this passionate, primal, and sometimes chaotic energy. Give it voice and form through creativity. Lilith is potent with untapped wisdom, dazzling with magic, brilliant, beautiful. Lilith, know the true name of God. Honor the divine spark within. Inside, you are birthing stars. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 161, Red Overtone Dragon. Overtone is the name for the number 5, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. The 5th day of a wave spell is when the energy really shifts upwards and onwards. Take advantage of it and feel empowered. This is not a relaxing energy. I repeat, this is not a relaxing energy. If you plan to take it easy today, cancel that plan and instead make use of this empowering energy and put it to good use. Today is Red Dragon, which represents nurturing, birth, and being. The dragon represents birth, and this can mean a new life, a new career, or the birth of a project. As it is an overtone day, anything you begin today will have a good chance of success. Nurturing is also a key characteristic, and therefore dragon days are great for taking care of one another. Today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Overtone Dragon, Kin 161, 24th May 2021, Radiant Birth. 24/5/2021 equals 655 equals 610 equals 61 equals 7. 24 Charisma, Joy, Success. 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Harmony. 5 Freedom, Change, Transformation, Liberation. 10 Authority, Power, Manifestation. 1 Leader, Origin, New Beginnings. 7 Mystic, Magic, Spiritual, Initiation. Kin 161 equal 8, Abundance, Infinity, Source Flow, Awakening to the Radiance of Creation. It's a lovely day today, a beautiful, radiant day for birthing new creations, divinely perfect. Today we start afresh atop a new column in the Tzolk'in calendar, column 9, which is all about completion, closure, destiny, service, compassion, and humanity. All these codes will be added for the next 20-day journey. Day 5 in the Red Earth wave spell of evolution through navigating our way through the signs, synchronicities, and earth magic, flowing and aligning with the rhythms and cycles of Nova Gaia. Today we are focused on birthing the new, our new lives and our new world. Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm, action commands, power empowers, essence, radiance. Number 5 represents the center, core purpose, foundation, and central intent. It is the center of the wheel from which all the spokes emanate. This is the phase where the energy of creation returns to the center and then radiates outwards. Overtones command the unbounded. They order it to be, and so it becomes. Their power radiates from their soul essence through a pure connection to Source. This is the true source of unlimited power. Today's energy of the 3 red sisters, dragon, moon, and earth, combined with the overtone, tone of radiance, is very feminine and astoundingly beautiful. The Red Clan are the initiators as they provide the impetus for creation. These 3 divine sisters are the new earth midwives, bringing forth this new world and new era. The overtone works with spiritual power. In New Zealand, Maori language, we have a specific name for this. The word is mana, meaning the power which comes from spirit, which radiates and gives one the glow of spirit. And today is a day of mana where our surrender to the flow of the goddess empowers the new time, reflecting the magic of bliss through our joyful, childish exuberance. Divine gratitude. So precious hearts, once we realize that we are fully healed, all is possible, and we can awaken to our sovereign power to birth the new. The divinely feminine power provides us with the opportunity to birth a new time and a new earth in the coming days. Today's question is, what dreams have I nurtured that can now be commanded and birthed into the full radiance of creation? Divine blessings for birthing your beautiful new selves today. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 161, Red, Overtone Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I empower in order to nurture. Commanding, being, I seal the input of birth with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of universal water. And on this day of healing, cleansing, holy waters, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and our mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and donations for our daily living expenses, so we appreciate all of you and your support. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Linda Gay, horticulturist and gardener, our Divine Sister of the Earth. Thank you for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and help us continue to bring these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a pledge. You can visit whitegoldeagle.com, which will take you to our Patreon page, and make a monthly pledge there. Or you can make a one-time donation at the link at eaglelovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Angel of the Light, Desma Plum, for your purchase today on our website Prime Disclosure products page, our guided meditation. We appreciate all of you for your support and your generosity. Namaste. And again, if you're on our Patreon team, please watch yesterday's transmission of White Gold Eagle transmitting most powerful sacred mantra of the activation of your Siddhi spiritual gifts. I'd like to also take the time to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor and her art business. Thank you, Divine Sister of the Light Nicole Johnson, for your purchase today. We appreciate you very much. And you can now pre-order your Zodiac Goddess Totem, whatever Zodiac sign you are, for a gift for others. And these are made to order, so please give them 7 to 10 days to ship, because they're made by order. And there's several new Goddess Totems and the set of the 12 Zodiac Goddess Totems for sale on lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to end today's transmission with a powerful coded activation for our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, May 24th, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Shaman fauna powers in internal alignment. Projectors aimed. Support 26% non-regressive. Shaman fauna powers in internal alignment. Projectors aimed. Terran reverberation 25% non-regressive. Port 144 liberated. Divine teaching standards are announced. Nevic support in tune 26% non-regressive. Port 144 liberated. Divine teaching standards are announced. Nevic Terran reverberation 26% non-regressive. Lemurian potentials are spreading. Explorers are notified. Arcturians collect specific projectors. Dividers are disintegrated. Sentinels and conclusions in Zone T. The light celebrates. Astral tremors continue for necessary removals. Divine presences spread. Angelics continue to establish pillars. FDH special reverberation of projector 66% non-regressive. The light celebrates. Harmonizations TEC1 plus are initiated 90% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 potentiating Lemurian inheritances from disclosurenews.it. And with that, we thank you for joining us today on another powerful day of transformations, transfigurations. We are burning from the fire from within, releasing, letting go, purging for the collective all that no longer serves humanity, the earth, and all of her inhabitants, in all realms, timelines, dimensions, as we bring together through our threefold flame in our heart center, every aspect of ourself, merging in the unity consciousness of our divine cosmic awareness, our pure awareness, the unborn mind of Buddha being realized and activated in every living being, and our pure heart's desire to manifest eternal heaven on earth. We are grateful for you all for shining your light brightly and coming into this realm on this great mission of ascension and the great awakening, this great shift. We are in the quickening, we are beyond the event horizon, in the rapture zone. We are ascending and we are returning to source, fully awake, fully conscious, fully aware. So keep shining your light brightly into the night and walk gently your sacred path with heart, gently upon Pachamama. And always remember, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the light. Be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.